everyone. Hi, my name is Zebra Gaming here today, and I'm back today, as it is every day, for my YouTube channel. And as you can see, we are back again with Everlasting Summer. This is part 2 of day 1, probably out of 3. I don't know how many parts there's going to be. I'll probably force there to be 3. I don't know, there might have to only be 2. I can remember how long this day is. The audio is working. I'm glad. Because last time, I kind of just raged mildly. I got aggravated and just kind of skipped through half of the first story. And yeah, I got mad. I got really mad. But this is part 2, day 2, and I'm Super Gaming here, and I'm bringing this to you today, right now, because I was supposed to earlier, but I didn't because there's a fire. Anyway, let's get on with it. If there was no catch or menace to that, then this reality, in the person of Slavia, becomes more and more something to be fond of. For the first time today, I realized that it was awfully hot here. I don't know how many times I've screwed up on speaking, because I've been angry. Go! Although, obviously, my wither clothes were to blame. I think you meant winter. Close enough. I took my coat off and dropped it onto the bed. My pullover went after. I was wearing only the shirt. And that's much better. All I could do now was follow the advice and go look around the camp. I'll try to find something out in the meanwhile. Oh, he'll try to find something out in the meanwhile. Passing the local residential district, I saw a pioneer guy running. God dang it. Passing the local residential area, I saw a local pioneer guy coming my way. Yes, I bet you did. If you don't understand, go look at the first one. We found nothing but chicks so far here, so you know. And God dang it. Needed a manly man, not this guy. And it was really a pioneer guy, not a pioneer girl, although there were even men, and apparently there were even men in this Amazon's kingdom. Hello, you're new here. You must be Semyon, right? Yeah. Then how do you... Don't come closer and wink at me, creep. Everyone knows already. I'm Electronic, by the way, the real one. You can call me that. Electronic is a robotic character featured in many Soviet films, which will feature up here soon. Yes, was a robot character appearing in a popular Soviet film and book series. He looked like an exact copy of a school kid called Sergei Cheezkov. And they call him Cheese, by the way. Electronic, the real one, things are going crazy. Electronic, the real one, things are going from crazy to completely insane. I'm going to ruin half of the story for you right off the bat, because I already know everything. Because if you understand the first one, then you know that I spent an hour recording the entire thing. An hour and 16 minutes. And it didn't record the audio, and it didn't upload. And then I uploaded, then I tried to record it again, like the first part, and it didn't record the audio. And finally I got to record, and I just got mad. Now here I am again, and I'm making myself mad. Alright. But Jan also calls me Cheese. That's nice. Don't care. Cheese? Yes. Why not? Cauliflower. Because my last name is Cheezkov. That's... God. I see. Let me show you around. That'd be great. I accepted his offer. Why didn't he give me a choice to accept his offer? As long as it goes a little longer to get to know this place alone. Fine, let's go. There's Lennon. That's not really Lennon. But Lena was sitting on a bench and confidently approached Lena. Hello, Lena, meet the new guy, Semyon. He started briskly. Semyon, hello. Well, we're going to say we've already met in a way because she kind of freaked out when she saw him in the first place. God dang it, I will not yawn this episode. I refuse to. I won't. Yes. She looked away from the book for a moment, glanced at me, blushed, and went back to reading it because I just am so astonishingly handsome. Alright, let's go on. I was at first surprised that meeting the girl was reduced to a couple of words, but then I thought it was better that way. Yeah, that's a good idea. It's the way she's squeezing her arms. making me uncomfortable. She still has purple hair. For the electronics vigorous activity did not fit well with Lena's shyness. Yep, let's go. Ah! Yawning! Next we came to a building which instantly identified. I got something in my eye, which instantly identified as a canteen. It's probably my long hair. And there's a creep who can't put his arm down for the back of his head like it's glued back here, probably stuck in his hair. Jeez, this guy's got a mane going on. And this here, yeah, it's a canteen. I know, this is where you consume organic food. Yeah, broken down car. This place looks very trustworthy. Yeah, something like that. That sounds great. This prostitute chick. No, her prostitutive looking chick. I'm making that a word. Prostitutitive. On the canteen porch, there's an unfriendly girl hit me on the back. Her like, yeah, the prostitutitive chick. Extremely orange hair and creepy red-orange eyes. She's a cat. That's what she is. Out of sight, my joking move vanished with a believing eye. I've been a goddamn young. Really, no, it's the best time. It's not the best time to pull this guy's leg, even though he is quite hilarious. Yeah, I bet he is. He doesn't really joke much. I bet his name really. Russian. Stubby. Yep. First, they need to figure out what's what. First, they need to figure out what is what here, or at least where am I? No. Just in case you didn't understand that, I said I'm going to kill myself if I keep yawning. And just in case you didn't understand that, I'm yawning. Her, over there. That's Alisa. I'm not even going to try that. Be cautious, John. That's Alisa. He was speaking in a whisper. That's great. Don't ever call her Viche. DVA, I'm going to guess that's pronounced Va, means two in Russian. The whole nickname sounds exactly like Bach. Or maybe it's pronounced Bach? I don't know. Bach. I don't know. In Russian, a reference to the late Tuch.ru anonymous message. I'm going to guess that's like 4chan. What did you say? What did you call me? She must have heard him. Yeah, Alisa, look at her face. Prostitutive chick. Yeah, her. Alisa, the prostitute. Ha. In the blink of an eye, Alisa jumped down from the porch and dashed toward us. In the blink of she's Sonic? Well, no, she's Tails because of the hair. Alright, you'll manage from here onwards. The electronic took to his heels. I'm not even gonna bother. I mean, I could barely run the first episode. I'm gonna try to run this episode. Alisa, running past, stopped for a moment and growled. I'll deal with you later. That's good. Deal with me? What did I do wrong? I added a forced guilty smile to my words, because I'm so sophisticated and arrogant. You don't know how I would be sophisticated. Don't question me. I'm just chock full of jokes today. I wonder why I do my house nearly burnt down. Have fun! What am I guilty of? She made no reply and went on chasing the electronic. This music. I want the soundtrack. It's beautiful as it fades out. Looks like I have to kill my time alone, waiting for the dinner. Waiting for the dinner, I decided to go east. At least, in the direction where the east would have been in my world. Yeah, just in case you don't understand. He thinks he's in a different world. Soon after, I found myself near a football pitch, otherwise known to us Americans as softball. I mean... God, freaking Jesus. Mother Mary Jehoshaphat. Softball. I said softball. No. No. Soccer, not softball. Football is soccer. Softball is now football. Apparently, words. The game was in full swing there. That's nice. I guess watching it for a bit wouldn't do any harm. In my childhood and in teen years, I was not a bad player myself, even though I'm going professional. But a few injuries in a row killed my desire to risk my health for such certain chance in the game. Smart. Kids of different ages were running in the pitch. I could see a boy of about 10 and a girl of about 14 years old. It's probably Ilyana. A girl. Hey, that's Ilyana. Yeah, I bet it is. Alright, she plays football. Well, that's so surprising. She seems a restless one after all. Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa! I was just press the enter key once and everything. What? 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 I just pressed the enter key once and everything just goes nutso. Dang it. Playing barefoot without jeans is simply unethical. Yes, it would. All she did was ask me if I wanted to play for the soccer, football, foot soccer, soccer ball, foot soccer ball, soot boxers, sock boxers, seat boxers, seat heaters, heat seaters. Jackson, Mississippi. Jackson. Tito 5. Jackson 5. Tito. I got that wrong. Crap. Maybe another time. Alright. I shouldn't respond, turn around and walk back. Yeah, it's nice. I'm followed by Ilyana's screams about my pants. Or about me being a patsy. Or something like that. What kind of pants? She taunted you. You gonna take that from a little girl? I bet you are. The evening was falling, making me feel tired. Yeah, I'm gonna punch myself in the face! And I'm back from punching myself in the face. The evening was falling, making me tired after a day of no real purpose. Came back to the square and sat down on a bench with an exhausted sigh. I better sit here and wait for dinner. After all, it's easier to search for answers when you're not hungry. They do give food to people here, right? Well, Olga Dmitrievna did tell you to wait for supper. You know, it's curious how the simplest human needs can break the will to ponder one's things, to strive for something. Or on things, I don't know. Example, eggs ample. Eggs ample. Eggs amplitude. Eggs abundance. I feel hungry now. Huh. And I care much less about where I am or what is happening to me. Could great people also be affected by this? In such case, how did Spartacus start the slave uprising in ancient times? I can only conclude that I'm not a great person, and it doesn't really matter which mechanism do I serve as a gear. Society, Matrix, or weird pioneer camp. Probably the Matrix. You took the red pill. Dun, 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 dun. Red flag. My thoughts were interrupted by bells chiming from a loudspeaker on a light pole. I don't see a light pole, nor do I see a loudspeaker. So I think you're a liar. Must be an internet call. I headed towards the canteen. It was a good thing that now I knew where it was. Olga Dmitrievna was there, standing on the porch. Hi there, you apparently kind-bodied woman with your red hair that shines awkwardly like you washed it with lavender and steel. I don't even know if that makes sense. I stopped and looked closely at her, as if I were expecting something. She looked back at me for a while, but at last came closer. Ah! Semyon, what are you waiting for? Come in already. I was yawning, sorry. That's what the was for. Guess nothing bad can happen if I come with her. Keep giving me options. How about that? Nipples right there. Right there. Yeah. My stomach backed me up here. The two of us went inside. There's a lot of people here that I didn't get to meet. That sucks. Oh, well. The canteen looked like a canteen. Yeah, it did. It does. It really does. Purple hair. Right over here. Purple hair. Purple hair. And that's blue hair. That's weird pigtails. Pigtails. I think that's purple. I don't know. That might be a dark shade of red with the way the light's hitting. I don't know. Purple hair. Purple hair. Blue hair. I had a chance to visit her factory canteen at some point in my life. This one was exactly the same, just maybe a bit cleaner, more modern. Metal chairs and tables, glazed tiles on the walls and on the floor, unsophisticated tableware with occasional crack. Guess that's what a canteen in Pioneer Camp's supposed to look like. Again, boobs and face. Get 'em out. Get 'em out of my face. Semyon, wait a minute. We'll find a place for you to sit. Thanks. She looked around the place. I bet she did. Two-chan. Hold on right there. Old Dmitri Evans shouted at Alisa, who was passing by. I'm going to call her Two-chan. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't. But I'm going to say it anyway. Two-chan spoke. No, I'll call her Alisa. Alisa the prostitutive Two-chan. What? What's up with your clothes? Anything wrong with it? Yeah, you look like a prostitute. Indeed, her attire looked somewhat provocative. Prostitutitive. Get your uniform nice and neat right now. Now, don't hold your breasts like that. Look. Ginger and a redhead. Ah. Yeah, alright. Lisa got her shirt and walked past, shooting an unpleasant glare at me. So, where can we find a place to sit? There weren't a lot of free seats. Go over there to Olyana. Maybe I just won't eat. Oh, he's correct. Yeah, it's fine. The food's already on the table, too. I had no other choice but to accept. In common Russian language, cutlet is minced meat, fried or baked, in the shapes of a ball or a cylinder. Close to American patties. Compote is a drink made of boiling fresh or dried fruits and large amounts of water. Compote in French. That's interesting. I'm probably pronouncing every last one of these wrong. I'm sorry. Of course, there was the probability that the cutlets were poisoned with curare, the mashed potatoes generously seasoned with arsenic, and glass filled with excellent antifreeze instead of compote. You're pessimistic. You know, man, that's sad. But it all looked so tasty that I had no chance to resist. Hey, what do you want? I replied rather rudely to Uliana, who was sitting next to me as I yawned, then wants to punch me in the face and rip my vocal cords out. Why didn't you play football with her? She says, throws her arms up like I got swag. Because of my clothes. Said I, pointing at the source of the problem. Oh, alright then. Eat. However, there wasn't much left to eat. The cutlet was missing from the plate. Only she could do it. More precisely, none but Olyana could do it. Give me back my cutlet. In a big family, you snooze, you lose. We aren't family. Listen here. Alright? We aren't family. Give it back, I'm telling you. Don't take my food, I'll kill you. I looked at her menacingly and was about to reach out my hand. See, I don't have it. And indeed, Olyana's plate was empty. I had seen that this little girl eats as fast as she steals someone's cutlets. I'm gonna kill you. That's what you get for stealing my food. You die. Take it easy. We'll work something out now. I don't care. Don't touch my food. She grabbed my plate and ran off. How dare you. There was no point in following her. I didn't even finish what was left. What the heck? If they wanted to poison me here, they could have done it in a much easier way. Yeah, they probably didn't want to poison me, though. About a minute later, Liana turned and handed me a plate with smoking hot chocolate. Oh, that's nice of her. Here's one for the starving. Thanks. That looks like peas. That looks like potatoes. That looks like cutlet. That actually looks like tea, not compote. Of course, I don't know what compote looks like, but I feel like I'm close enough. Thanks. It was all I could say. I was so hungry that my suspicions were gone in a flash. I picked up the cutlet with my fork, and... Metal music! What the? Some bug? No, not a bug. An insect! It got legs, and it's wiggling. Smash plate! The plate fell on the floor and broke into pieces. The chair hit me hard in the leg while falling. I've disliked insects since I was a child, but when these creepy crawlies appeared in my plate, that's just way too much. You little... Liana seemed ready for such a twist and was already at the door laughing as if she had just heard a fresh stand-up comedy joke. I dashed to her. We ran out of the canteen. We were just a few dozen meters apart, and I thought I would capture this little girl easily. We ran through the square, past the clubhouse, and ran onto the forest path. I started to gasp for breath. I should have quit smoking, I guess. Liana passed out of sight, and on the next turn... It can't be true that she... That hurt my throat a lot, and I don't have a drink. That's bad. Recording, I always have a drink. It can't be true that she managed to get away from me. Well, she did. She probably ran like 7,000 miles an hour, and you probably only ran like 6,000, bud. You were like 420 behind. Swag. YOLO. It simply can't. I was standing trying to catch my breath again. Evening was falling. You said that twice. These trees oddly twist and look oddly moldy and white. It's a bad idea to stay in the woods at night. Better get back to the camp. Yeah, you're a genius. Freaking stupid. Whoever had no clue which way to go. Well, gotta choose at random. ... Go left, go right, left, go to the left, to the right. To the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, left, right, left, right, left. I shaved for quite some time in the forest without even trying to help. It's only a house you can't spend behind the trees. Everything falls back to place. The bus is gone. Mumbled like quietly. On the one hand, there's an exchange about it. The bus can just stay here forever. And on the other hand, it meant that there was someone driving, because buses do not drive themselves. Well, the Icarus does. That's the new improvement they put on it. And besides the fact that it was rusty, still dirty, and the paint was fading, and it just seemed to have magically drive itself there when you arrived. Guess what? Someone else was driving it. I'm lying. It drove itself. Or do they? I think I contradicted myself when I said that last things. When I said those last things, those last statements I made a couple of seconds ago. The world seemed to be normal, but every event here had at least two explanations. An ordinary, real everyday explanation, and a surreal one. Certainly the driver could have just been off for a snack, and I left too soon, and that's why. In any case, this is not a place for me. I don't know what you guys just saw, because I missed it, because I was smashing my head on my keyboard. The fields in the woods stretching towards on the horizon, and no answers. There was nothing familiar about them. ... Ellipsis, I think is what it's called. I'm not quite sure. Strange, odd, and alien world. However, absolutely not frightening at the same time. Either my self-preservation instinct decided to resign from its job, or all this running around the camp and the local pioneers had lulled me so much with their carefree normality that I was sometimes simply forgetting what had happened to me just a couple of hours ago, like when I was lying on the ground, rolling, curled up in the fetal position, crying like a baby. Although I probably just had no strength left to worry. All I wanted was some peace, calmness. I just wanted to have a break from it all. And only after that, I would continue looking for answers, ready and reloaded. However, that would be sometime later. And what about now? Can I let myself to relax? Yes. Just listen to the sound of my voice. Close your eyes and think of a happy place. Now relax all of your muscles and follow my voice straight into the abyss. Darkness fades over. It got completely dark, and in any case, it was better to spend the night in the camp. I was about to head back when someone came silently from behind. Bam! Slavia. Hello. What are you doing here so late? It was Slavia standing before me. I was so surprised that I got a seizure. She didn't even notice or care at all? Okay. So you haven't caught up with Olyana, have you? She smiled. I nodded disappointedly inside. No wonder. No one ever have. 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 Yeah, she's a real rocket girl. She could have found a better use of her energy than looking for adventures. You must be hungry. You didn't manage to have dinner after all. Indeed, I had completely forgot about the hunger, but after these words of hers, my stomach drew my attention to itself by giving a traitorous rumble. Slavia smiled, and I froze, freezing cold. Let's go then. Deal. What, is the canteen still open? It's alright, I have the keys. That's nice. The keys? Yes, I have the keys to all the facilities in this camp. How come? Well, I'm something like the camp leader's aide here. I see. Well, let's go. It was an offer you can't refuse. When we reached the square, Slavia stopped in her tracks. Excuse me, I should warn my roommate that I'll be late. She's so punctual herself that she'll be worrying otherwise. You go on to the canteen, and I'll come in a minute. Okay. Alright. I really did not expect that at such a late hour someone would be there besides me. And that somebody was apparently hopelessly trying to open the door. Without any secret thoughts, I walked up onto the porch, and prostitutitive check. Alisa the prostitutitive woman. Lady. Girl. Alisa the prostitute. The lock picker turned out to be Alisa. Ah, I was right. I should have probably kept off and waited. Yep. She looked at me intently for a while, and said, "Don't just stand there, or give me a hand or something." Alright, meaning... Help me open the door! Why? Because I want some buns with kefir. The dinner wasn't enough. You're gonna get fat. Is it really a good idea? Aren't you hungry yourself, huh? Olyana didn't let you have a normal dinner, did she? She smiled sarcastically. Yeah, it's true, she didn't. It's fine, Slavia will come here. Why didn't you just give me an option to, help her? It was like, boobs. Slavia will come now, and... What? Don't smile at me like that and shrink your eyeballs. That's creepy. Guess I shouldn't have said that. I'm off then. Bye. Finally, fix your eyes and fix your creepy friggin' smile, weirdo. You'll pay for this. You won't be sure. At least you just appeared to the time. I'm gonna guess you understood what I was saying because I was just reading the text. And what was the first one for? Slavia didn't keep me waiting for too long. Is everything fine? Yeah. Why are you asking? No reason. It's nothing. That's nice. It was better if I didn't tell her about Alisa. Everything's fine. I said that and instantly heard a trace of dishonesty in my voice. Well, shall we go? As for Slavia, she seemed not to have noticed anything. Or at least, she was pretending she didn't. And I'm going to save the game right there. Guys, I'm Zebra Gaming here. This is Everlasting Summer. As you already know, go back and watch the first 2 episodes, the prologue and day 1, part 2. Yeah, that's basically all I can say. I mean, I've been in love with this game right off the bat. It's beautiful design, the color scheme, and the soundtrack is to die for. Anyway, guys, I'm ZB Gaming. This is Everlasting Summer. Check it out for yourself. It's free on Steam. Interactive novels. It's beautiful. There's nothing not to love. It's got Hatsune Miku. However you pronounce her name. I could care less. Haha! Alright, guys. I'm ZB Gaming, and I will see you on the other side of the savannah. Goodbye! Yeah. Fine. See ya. She dashed a threatening glance at me and walked past. That's good. Get out of here. I don't care for you. I don't much care for you. You hit me with a rock. You're terrible. I don't much care for you. I don't much care for you. Good sir.